Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive shift in how we create things, something called vibe coding. Really, it's all about moving from being a writer of code to becoming the conductor of an AI orchestra. You know, transforming your ideas into real software, not with complicated syntax, but with your vision.
So let's just start with this bombshell of a prediction. The CEO of Anthropic, they're the ones who made Claude, is claiming that within a single year, AI is going to write pretty much all code. Now, look, whether you think that's just hype or it's our actual destiny, it forces us to ask a really critical question about our future.
Right? If the AI is handling all the tedious code, what's left for us to do? I mean, are we out of a job? Well, not quite. But the job itself is being totally rewritten. Your value isn't about knowing syntax anymore, it's about the quality and the clarity of your vision.
And that, right there, is the promise of vibe coding. It's a whole new way of thinking that completely reframes your relationship with the machine. It elevates you from, a technical laborer into a creative director.
So, at its heart, vibe coding is all about clear communication. You describe the vibe, the look, the feel, the function, and an AI agent translates that vision into a real working application. You're not just a coder anymore, you are the architect, and you're communicating your blueprint in plain English.
And the scale of this change is just massive. I mean, think about it. Traditional development is slow, it's expensive, and it needs specialized teams of people. Vibe coding just completely collapses that timeline. It empowers one person to go from an idea to a working prototype in a matter of hours, not months. It just demolishes the old barriers to creating software.
But here's the catch, and this is really the core of what we mean by a PhD-level perspective. You can't just vaguely describe a vibe and expect a masterpiece to pop out. No way. To succeed, you need a crystal-clear blueprint. Your new job isn't just having ideas. It's structuring those ideas with absolute, uncompromising precision.
And this is the most crucial point. Your role has evolved. You need to think of the AI as a brilliant, incredibly fast, but completely inexperienced junior developer. It can build anything you ask, but it has zero context, no business sense, and absolutely no intuition. Your job is to be its manager, guiding every single move it makes.
Your most powerful tool for this is what's called a Product Requirements Document, or PRD. And listen, this isn't just a suggestion. It is the absolute source of truth for your project. It has to detail everything, from the user's sign-up flow all the way down to the specific hex code of a button.
And here's the best part. You don't have to create this document alone in a dark room. In fact, you should use AI to help you build it. Just prompt an AI to act like an experienced chief technology officer and have it interview you about your idea. It'll ask you the tough questions, it'll find the edge cases you missed, and it'll help you build the perfect blueprint with it.
Seriously, do not rush this planning stage. I mean, experts argue that something like 90% of your success is determined before a single line of code is ever even generated. A detailed PRD is what separates a working, functional app from a frustrating, chaotic mess. Okay, so with our PhD-level blueprint in hand, the real magic can finally begin. Now we get to take that document and turn it into a tangible product. This is the moment of truth. You take your meticulously crafted PRD and you feed the entire thing to an AI coding agent like Cursor or Replit. The agent will just ingest your whole plan and then start generating all the initial files you need to bring that vision to life. All right, now for the reality check. Your first draft will be broken. It's going to have bugs and errors. And this right here is the exact moment most people get frustrated and just give up. But for a pro vibe coder, this is where the real work actually begins. You are absolutely going to see a cryptic error message just like this one, and it's going to bring your progress to a screeching halt. The first instinct is, of course, to panic. But this isn't a failure. It's actually an invitation to collaborate with your AI.
This quote just captures that feeling perfectly. Solving that very first bug with your AI partner is an incredibly empowering experience. It's that moment you go from feeling totally helpless to realizing, wow, I have a genuine superpower. So, how do you do it? Well, you become a detective. You have to give the AI every single clue you can find, the exact error message from the console, screenshots of the broken interface, and even a simple reminder of what the original goal was. The more context you give it, the faster the AI can fix the issue. It's this back-and-forth conversation, a debug dance. Okay, so after a few runs of this debug dance, your app is finally working on your machine. But before you even think about sharing it with the world, you need a crucial safety net. This is what's going to protect you from the AI's biggest potential mistakes.
And this is where version control comes in, usually with a tool called Git. Just think of it as the ultimate undo button for your entire project. Every time a feature is working perfectly, you create a commit, which is basically a permanent save point that you can always return to no matter what.
So just imagine this. You ask the AI to add a simple little button, but in the process, it accidentally deletes the entire user login system you just spent hours debugging. Without version control, this would be an absolute catastrophe.
But with Git, it's just a minor inconvenience. You can instantly revert back to your last working checkpoint and restore that feature in a single click. This allows you to experiment fearlessly because you know you can always undo any mistake.
So, we've gone all the way from an idea to a blueprint to a fully debugged app that even has a safety net. So what does this all mean? What are the new rules for building things in this age of AI?
It all comes down to this, the probe vibe coder mindset. First, you are the product manager. You guide the vision. Second, the plan. Your super detailed PRD is everything. It is non-negotiable. Third, your most valuable skill is no longer coding, but collaborative debugging with an AI. And finally, always use version control. It's not optional. It's essential.
You know, following this framework fundamentally changes what's possible for you. The barrier between having a great idea and creating a real-world solution has literally never been lower. So the only question left is, with this kind of power right at your fingertips, what problem will you solve?